Hello, hello, welcome in. Excuse me, let me know who's in here in chat. I see somebody's here. Let me know who's here. Been a while since I've gone live. Just going to do a little mail call video and coin chats. Not a whole lot's going on. Thanks for the thumbs up. Got a few packages here to open. So we'll go ahead and get started. Maybe some folks will come in here in a minute. First package is end of the month giveaway. Going over at BigFlip's house. And we have a 1971 clad Ike. If we can change the light here. So, 71 clad Ike. A couple of steel cents. We have a 1943, I believe that's an S. Yeah, 1943 S and a 1943 Denver. Steel Ike. We have a 1954 S wheat penny. We have a dime out of a mint rock wrapper from 1971 to go along with the 71 Ike. And we have a 1941 Walking Liberty $50 out of Philly. Along with that, we have a 2019 S Frank Church River of No Return silver proof 69 deep can, 25-cent piece. Really pretty coin. There's old George on the back. So that's from the giveaway. Stack those up over here. This is a Rob Fine Silver mat. I just got it turned upside down. Like it's lost some stuff here on the bottom here. Next up is another package. Let's see what's in this one. Personal information you don't need to see. Y'all not interested in that. Scratch and go. Hey, how's it doing, neighbor? How are you? Doing okay? Is it cold in Bristol? It's cold up here. So in this bag we have an 1833 About Good, and this is a large cent piece. Be able to see right there. Yeah, and I've lost so much weight. I get cold now. It's crazy. It's just I wish I didn't get as cold as I do, but it is what it is. So here's the StreamYard link if you want to hop on. Hang out for a little bit. Also have a Lernean Hydra 2 copper round. And this is 1 ounce of fine copper from 2019. See in the wrapper there. Yes, the Christmas parade was last Saturday during the rain. It was cold and wet, and it was fun, but man, we got wet. 1967 Kennedy half dollar, beautiful coin. And lastly, we have a 1977 S PF69 Ultra Cameo. Ike is in a protective cover. BigFlip puts all of his stuff in a protective cover. Keep things from getting scratched. But really pretty coin. It was a great parade though, Scratch. It was very, very full, and there were, I think, 140 entries in the parade. Lasted about an hour and a half, but it was a really, really good parade. Everybody had a good time. The marching band, of course, they didn't march because it was raining, so they ended up riding on the bus and playing as they went down on the school bus, which is pretty cool. So these are some grab bags that I purchased from BigFlip. Appreciate the thumbs up. So in this grab bag, we have a 1928 Standing Liberty quarter. And it is a G-Dub. Hello, sir. How are you? That's a 1928D Standing Liberty quarter, along with a 1969 Kennedy half dollar. Just going over some things I got from BigFlip, G-Dub, just things that he sent out from some purchases I made back in November. So just wanted to get online, do a little mail call, a little shout out for him, and just see who all wants to come on, just have a chat and talk. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Pack this one in. I have to rip that bag. I try not to rip the bags. I try to save them. Not that I'm going to reuse them, but. So in that bag, we had a 1833, and this is a 5-cent piece, 1833, and a good or about good. I believe this is. A little bit better light there so you can see. So it's not too bad. Have to check and see if that'll help in my typeset book. Then I got an 1866 about good, or an AG3 2-cent piece. I always thought these were attractive coins. In the 1800s, I think our coins looked better than what they do today. Autofocus is going crazy, isn't it? And out of that bag, the last thing I got in that bag was a Swiss-made Pamp gold, 1 gram, 4/9 fine, an assay. So a little piece of gold. That's always nice to have. So thank you, BigFlip, for that. If anybody has any questions or anything, just feel free to shout them out. I'll give you the link. If you want to come up on the panel and just hang out and talk and chat, we can do that too. My son-in-law sent me a message, wanted to know if I noticed anything different about that car. The front end looks weird, I told him. So we'll see what he says. He's a NASCAR guy. He works part-time for NASCAR. They're safety, one of the safety guys. He goes out and trains. Been to Texas, Charlotte, Wilkesboro, other places, training people how to work at the racetrack. So that's pretty neat little gig for him. In this bag, we have 2 40%ers and a 1941 Denver wheat penny. I guess you call it a red brown. Very good condition. Very neat looking scent right there. And I have an 1859 O $50 Seated Liberty $50. So a good looking little coin. Coin Junkie, hey buddy, what's up? If anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to hop on. There's the link. Just hop on. We'll just have a coin chat. So feel free to hop on up. Talk about anything you want to talk about. Just chat.
Brandon asked me today. He's like, I was actually on the phone with.
Hold on 1 second, folks. Sorry, folks. As my wife, she come in. Y'all probably didn't want to hear that conversation. So, but yeah, the link's there. If anybody wants to jump up, you know, G-Dub, I just started into. I got a typeset book. I was wanting to do something different, you know, because I've been buying and stacking silver dollars, $50 or whatever, and then let's turn around and just sell them. And I want to do something different. So, I like it. Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Ashes. Yeah, we call her a spousal unit. She just walked away, but I'll tell her. But I'm not so my favorite coins are wheat cents, followed closely by the American Silver Eagle. And now I've just got this infatuation with doing this typeset. I'll get my typeset here in a second. I'll show it to you what all I've got. So, I'm not big into it, but I'm trying to learn and trying to just grow a hobby so I can have something that I can give to my grandkids later on. In this grab bag that I had here, I have a 1952 Benji. And looks like that's out of Philly. And then another 40%er. And then I have a 1951 D Washington quarter MS65. That's a pretty coin. Graded to NGC. It's a pretty little coin. And I'll go back to the beginning here in a second since folks are coming in. And absolutely, if anybody wants to hop on, feel free to click that link. I'm watching the basement. And just come on. You don't have to come up on camera. Just talk if you want. Talk and chat. That's always fun. We'll talk about the weather, talk about your favorite recipes, whatever you want to talk about. I do like to cook, so we can talk about food. So on this little 51D quarter, let me turn my volume up here. It's not a bad little quarter. I mean, it's valued at $32.50. And what I have learned is I now subscribe to Gray Sheet, so I get the Gray Sheet app, which I highly recommend getting that. If you don't have that, it's not that expensive, but it has some very good information. So let's see what a 51D and MS65 is worth according to the app. So 1951D, 25 cent, and an MS65 is trending down. And according to the Gray Sheet, it said it's worth $29.70. I pay $10 a month, GW, and it's just automatic. So $9.99, so $10. And then what I'll show you, I'll show it to you here. So on my phone, I just open up the app, it pops up, and then it has U.S. coins and U.S. currency, and then world coin and world currency. So you can look up either one, whatever you want to look at. So even for Coin Junkie, there's some things in here for you can look up Canadian coins. I don't know anything about Canadian coins. That's why I love watching Coin Junkie, because I learned so much from him. But they have a section here. Let me see if they have a section on Canada. They do. So in Canada, so here's all the things that they do for Canadian coins, from large cents and specimens and then 5-cent pieces, and just you can go on up. So like you could look at we'll just pick something here that looks interesting. So how about a 1944 narrow date 50-cent piece from Canada? And you would just click on that, and then whatever it's graded, you just look for the grade that it's graded at. So the current low grade. So if it's a G4, you can see it's worth $9.67, and it's trending up. So for me, when I go to the coin store, this is that's how I like to haggle. So I haggle with my local coin store operator, and we just go through that. So it's fun. I like it. So so what we've had here so far, this little stack here was a giveaway. So I had a 71 Ike dollar, a 1941 Walking Liberty, a 43S, a 43D, and a 1954D wheat cent, a 71 dime, and then also had this. So 2019 S silver proof 69 deep cam, River of No Return. Really pretty, really pretty. I think they did a really good job. I mean, look at that deep cam with the frost on George Washington is really nice. And of course, everybody knows about all the apps that you can get on your phone. You can get all the pricing apps. So you can get PCGS, and you can scan a barcode, and you can see. So this particular coin here, according to the app, is worth $21. 1100 are graded in that grade. And then if you want to make sure that you're looking at your coins, you got the right price, do like I always do. So I'll go back over to the Gray Sheet. And this is a Territory America. That's America the Beautiful Proof Quarter Silver. And just scroll down to 2019 S. River of No Return. So in a proof 69, and see, this is why the gray sheep is so important. Siren, hello, Siren, welcome in. In a proof 70, it says this coin is worth $29.70. In a proof 69, it says it's worth $10.80. So even though the app for PCGS has another price on it, this way you can make sure that you don't overpay. And this is this is what people should be paying. That's what I'm finding anyway. So let me see if let me look here. All right, let's look that up. GW, U.S. currency, small size. And what I have found is not every note is listed. So we'll see what we can find here. It does not have that listed on here, GW. I go up to a 1966 $100 bill, but I'm not having a 1969. But I'll keep looking, see if I can find that up. So, but basically what I'm doing is looking here, and then you're just scrolling up, through the years that's there. And so I turn around so I can see it. Sorry. So this is a small size note, Federal Reserve, small $100 bills. And basically you just scroll through it until you get to the one that you want. So I went all the way to the bottom because you're looking for 1969. So that should be close to the bottom. And this particular one stops at a 1950E. So it doesn't have everything, but let me just search here, 1969. Yeah, it's not, even when I search for 1969 $100, it's not popping up, so it may not have it on there. I'm not a big guy in bills, but hope everybody's doing well. Siren, hope you're doing okay. I'll post the link again if anybody wants to come up, hang out, just talk. You don't even have to come up on camera. But I do think it's neat. And I will say that when I started this a few years ago, I did make one mistake I wish I could go back and do over. My mother had gave me a bank wrap silver certificate. It's 1935. And in that bank wrap, it had all silver certificates, all basically brand new, untouched. It had one star note in it. And I sold that, and I could kick myself for selling it. And if I could get it back, I would get it back, just because, I should have never sold it. That was just silly doing that. So this is, I bought one of these before from BigFlip. This is the Admiral Gardner. It's from a shipwreck. And I only buy them for one reason. And the other one I have is really dark. So this one's, I don't know if it's been cleaned or what it has. It looks cool. But it's from 1808. And as most of you know, that's when my fire department was started in 1808. So I just like things that have that date. It's just neat. And it's just, now I have 2 of these and I got 2 grandbabies. So that works out pretty well when I make a stack for grandbabies until I get more grandbabies. If I can just talk my son and his wife into doing that, that would be great. Well, that's really, now I have a 1966 Red Seal $100 bill that my mother gave me. Of course, I'm keeping it. It's not for sale. But yeah, eBay, that's a really good, I'm assuming that's a good deal, but it's just a guess on my part because, like I said, I don't know that much about dollars. We were talking a little while ago, GW asked me about if I was into numismatics. I like the Lincolns. I like the Lincoln cents, the Wheaties. I do like the silver dollars, American silver eagles. I like $2 bills. And the reason I like $2 bills is when I was in the 10th grade back in 1976, I was 10 years old. I wasn't in 10th grade. I was in the 4th grade. The secretary at the school gave all the kids a $2 bicentennial. And so I kind of liked them ever since. Thought that was pretty cool that she did that. Still have that $2. So here's a 1982 copper set that I got as part of one of my grab bags from BigFlip. It's got the 82 Philly large date, small date zinc, copper small and large, 82D small. So all those pennies right there. So y'all seen these sets before. These are all pretty neat that you could have all those and somebody could move those around. And I just told Mrs. Ashes, you said hi, G-Dub. She just walked in the room. She's right over there. So in this bag, I have a 1865 2-cent piece. And it says it grades out as a fine. Siren has an 1888 proof 69 deep cam gold eagle. Well, let's see here. $10 gold eagle. And that's one of the things you learn too about Smouse House. How you doing, Smouse? Welcome in the house. And one of the things that I learned too, GW, in working on the app, this gray sheet, if it's an eagle, whether it's gold or silver, you got to go to the American Eagle section. I just went to the gold coin section. It wasn't there. So Siren has a 1988 proof deep cam 69. Do you want to see what the gray sheet is, Siren? If you do, I'll show it. If you don't, I won't. You let me know, and I'll show you what gray sheet says it is. In that packet that I just opened, yes, please. Oh, absolutely. Here we go. So 1988 proof deep cam 69 $10 gold eagle. So there's the page, and a proof 69, you can see its value on gray sheet is $2,040. And my guess is it would look, something like that. There's a 70. So does that make you think, so Siren's going, what should I do with that? Is what she's thinking. It was worth $2,040 is the gray sheet on it. 1988. So right there it is on the bottom. You can see right here on the bottom. Hers is the proof 69. So the the 69 is there. And then also on the sheet, you can click on the price and then it'll show you trends and where it has been in history. So you can see back a while back, it was worth a little bit more. It's gone up and down in value. And then you can look and see what they have, the comps are. So it has comps too. So you can actually look at comps. So what has it sold for recently? There's the different prices. And according to, and so the way I would read this with the price that Gray Sheet has at 2040, and you've got them selling from 1800 to 1500, these folks are getting a really good deal based on currently what it is saying that it's worth on Gray Sheet. So that's why I like it. It's just really good to have, and it's that way you don't sell yourself short on anything, you know. At least that's the way I look at it. So see, also in this package, see we got the 1865 2-cent piece in the fine grade, a couple of a 1969 40%er, and a 1963 out of Philly Ben Franklin, along with a 1942 Philly. So I got to get my magnifier out here. So I look down to that 42, see if there's anything special about it. And it's just a straight 42, not a 41 or 2, anything over anything else. So stack those up. Put that right there. 1908 $20 St. Guard. Well, let's just check it out. Let me see here. So that one will be under gold coinage, I believe. Does it have a motto or no motto? And is it a D or an S? Do you know, Gita? And here's the reason I ask, because you can see all the 1908s that they have there. They have no motto, a D with no motto, a straight motto, I guess, out of Philly, a D with a motto, and then an S. So just make sure we're looking it up. It looks like most of them start out around the 2450 range. Not a D and no motto. Okay. Let me get that pulled up here. So the lowest value they have there, as you can see, is a VF20. It's showing it's a 2450. And they pretty well stay in that range, not too expensive. You know, it shows you if it's CAC certified. So if it's got the CAC label on your graded coin, it actually adds a little value to it. But as it goes up in grade, even at a 64, it's still, you know, less than $3,000. You can see right there. Yeah, raw not graded. If it's in good shape, depends on how good it is, you can see how much it's worth and graded. If you can see those numbers fairly well right there. The autofocus is taken over a little bit. But so you're looking, not graded, and there's no grade. You're looking at about 24 to 2,500 bucks, up until you get to about at MS 65, it jumps up to about 3,000. MS 68 is 24 grand. MS 69 is 126,000. So depends on how good a shape it is. If it's worth trying to send it off. You just never know until you send it off. With the grading companies today, as we all know, who knows what's going to happen with them. So also in this pack, I see we got a war nickel. This is a 43 out of San Francisco war nickel, and a couple more of the 50-cent pieces, just the normal stuff. And then let me take this little sticker off it. Coin store, put it on here. So this is a 1970S 1 cent small date, and it's a red MS64, and it's a FS 1401. So really pretty. Yes, pretty coin. It's graded by Annex. And when you look at the gray sheet, because the gray sheet has that one listed, looking for the cents. So it's a 1970S small date, graded at an MS64. Here, isn't that crazy? 61 bucks for a penny. Very cool though. Liking cents like I like cents, that turns out pretty good. So I'll take it. That's neat. And I have one more package here to open from old BigFlip. See which package this is. Yep. Do y'all ever talk to yourself? Any ever find that you talk to yourself? I talk to myself sometimes. I guess the question is, do you ever answer yourself? Yeah, BigFlip, do you ever answer yourself if you talk to yourself? All right, so we'll get to that in a second. I got a couple of 40 percenters, just more 40 percenters to add to the stack. The first thing is a 1945S war nickel and an MS 67. Yeah, Siren, is that not amazing how those coins are just popping out of that? It just blows my mind that those things come out like that. I keep waiting for him to bust up the toilet seat. I've actually gone to Facebook Marketplace and all the other places you can buy stuff. I'm actually looking for a table. I was like, if you can get a table not too bad a price, that'd be fun to do. Just try to do the same thing he did. But here's this 45S. Yeah, he wanted to sell it. Yeah, but he was going to pay for shipping. But I guess you could buy it now, and just the shipping wouldn't be quite so bad if he packed up all the coins. But this is just a really great looking coin, 45S. And one of the things that I was curious about is if it had any steps at all, even though they didn't grade it for steps. There are some steps present, but they don't go all the way across, so it wouldn't get full step designation. But this particular coin Just wait till he does his toilet seat. That'll be a dirty job. So the NGC says this coin is worth that's what NGC says that nickel's worth. 95 bucks. Crazy. And the gray sheet says $1945S. Yeah, 67. It's an MS67 nickel, and that's what gray sheet said it should sell for. 156 bucks. Isn't that crazy? But man, it is a super, super good looking nickel. Oh, come on, focus. Now I'm having Shibby Robin focus problems. There we go. Hey, Cyclonic Silver, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I agree, Siren. I mean, having a coin in the wild, as I call them, versus a slab, it's protected. It's never going to wear out again, right? So this is another coin that I got. I didn't know it was a week until it came in, but this is the 1882 Morgan, almost uncirculated. And it is an O over S. And I'll get in here and let you see that here in just a second. But there we go. And then there's the reverse. And if you get down to the gray sheet here, thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Again, if you want to pop up, I'm watching. I don't see nobody in the basement, but if you want to come up, there's the link. Just come on up with us, chat for a little bit. So this Morgan silver dollar, 1882 O over S. That's awesome. Cyclonic Silver. Can't wait to see. That'd be great. So 1882 O over S week is what they're saying. This is a week, and when they talk about week, it's the O and the S and how that channels out. So it's worth anywhere from 36 bucks in a AG3, which just obviously is not an AG3. In an AU50, it's worth 108 bucks if it is that. We'll get in here. I'm going to move the camera so we can get in here and look at it a little closer. So let me shut the camera off just for 1 second so I don't make anybody nauseous while I move this thing down here. And then we'll get in here and we'll see what she looks like. Again, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a great day. And so now let's check this thing out right here. So if you're the grading type person, you know how to grade these things, you'll do better than I will. But there is the Morgan, 1882. Looks like about all of the, let me get my pointer out here. So it looks like it's all in pretty good shape right through here, all the flowers and the headband. Again, it's 1882. So let's flip it over here and see if we can't see this. O over S. So Old Town Homestead. Hello, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Just looking at some mail that I received from BigFlip. Yeah, without having my scope out, there it's hard to see. I don't know that it'll see how much closer we can get here. Yeah, so you can kind of see it in there now. So it, based on what I looked at, would be O over S would be a week, but it is in there. But as you can see, we got some chest feathers, a few chest feathers. It looks pretty good shape. So, you know, if it is an AU 50, still wait. Yeah, I mean, I got my pack in early. Normally, I don't get it till Saturday, but I got it today, but which is really good. Here's the front of the Morgan. Yeah, that's what we were talking about the other day, Coin Junkie. I told you I got this. It's pretty neat. Here is the $1945 S and MS-67. There we go. So Thomas don't look too bad there, does he? There we go. Gray sheet on this is 156 bucks. It's crazy. There's a reverse. So this coin and this coin were part of a $200 grab bag that I bought over at BigFlip. So it looks like I came out okay on that. So I'm happy with that. My wife will be happy, so she won't be too mad at me. Here is the 1970 S 1 cent small date. Graded in an annex holder. Yeah, I thought so too. So I kind of like that one turned out really good. I mean, quite honestly, all my grab bags, you know, I'd say I've been buying grab bags from BigFlip for 4 years. I've never been disappointed, but I thought one should have been a little bit better. But the thing about it is, BigFlip makes it right, and that's why I like his channel. I mean, he's an honest guy. I've met him in real person. He came and visited over here, and he's just super, super nice. You have the proof small date coin junkie. That's awesome, dude. That's crazy. Here's an 1866. I got my camera down here. It's a little easier to see all these. 1866. If we can get the lighting here just to fuzz better. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. I mean, you know, I really like going over there just for that reason. I like getting the grab bags. So here's an 1866, about good 2 cent piece. Here is a very fuzzy 1833. There we go. 1833. Yeah, I would agree with that, Siren. I really only go to, just very few channels anymore. You know, I go to Shibby's, I go to Silver Keys, you know, Ringmaster Ray, if, you know, when he's hosting the things that he hosts, you know. But I always go back to BigFlip and Shibby. I just where I like going. The channels aren't that big. You know everybody. Oh, all right. See you, Psychonic Silver. Hey, Felty's Coins. How you doing, neighbor? Also got this. Yeah, Siren, exactly. He always does that. Not so good, man. Sorry you're feeling sick, brother. That's never good. For sure, our cold weather we're having, right? Cold, damp weather we're having right now. So, yeah, this is pretty little thing. This came in one of the grab bags, you know. And I mean, who doesn't like gold, you know? Anybody here doesn't like gold? Raise your hand. That's what I thought. No hands went up. I didn't think anybody would be that way. Also got a 1859 O. $50. There it is. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it, Coin Junkie? I mean, Felty raises his hand. He doesn't like gold. He's not old enough to know better yet. One day you'll get there. They got an L on that, and a T and a Y. That's all you can see on Liberty. It's still pretty cool, man. It's neat. What we're doing, folks, we're just mail call from BigFlip, having a coin chat, just talking about stuff. We're talking about the apps you can get on your phone to look at PCGS and NGC to look at the values. Also talking about the Gray Sheet app, which I really encourage you to get. But if you can't get it, you can just let me know. I'll be happy to look up anything for you that you want me to look up. Won't hurt my feelings, so I'll do that for you. Here's an MS-65 1951 D quarter. There's the D there on the bottom of the eagle. Yeah, gold is expensive. I agree. I went to my local coin store. So about 2 years ago, I had collected quite a bit of American silver eagles. And in that collection, I ended up taking and I sold 100 ounces of silver. Yeah, you do have to pay for the app, Siren. It's $10 a month. You do have to pay for it, yes. But I sold 100 ounces of silver for cash. I took that cash and went and bought an ounce of gold and put some cash in my safe. And the gold that I bought, I'll go get it and I'll show it to you, is all graded. And they sold it to me for spot plus 20%. And it's just blew my mind when I walked outside and I scanned them all. And just the value was, they didn't care that they were numismatic. So you got 15 silver dimes for $30 plus found. That's cool. That's nice. Nice. Yep. So, oh, there's a hair. Get the hair. So, Coin Junkie, you were talking about proof sets. $89 mint set, $80 mint set, $89 mint set. No, sorry, all those are $89 so far. Here's an $80 with a Susan B. $71 P&D. Another $89 the other side. There's a $79 with a Susan. She's starting to. Yes, I do go to Leroy's. I sure have. I go out there and talk to that guy out there all the time. Felties. I sure do. Not a bad guy. I've done some trading with him. Hey, I got a question. Anybody heard from anything about T Wolf Coin Hunter? Anybody heard anything from him? I hadn't heard anything from him in a while. Anybody heard anything about him? I was just thinking about him. I saw his sticker. Yeah, Felty, you can go out there and talk to him. You also can go down to on Lee Highway to Skyland Coin. They do really good work there. Not always the cheapest, but you're going to get what you pay for there. So that's really good. I'll let you guys and ladies stare at this for a second. I'll be right back. I'll be mute so you don't hear me walk away, but I'll be right back. And I'm back. It didn't take long. Yeah, Skyland's a good place to go. Yeah, that gentleman's been in the business for well over 40 years. That's where I bought some stuff from my typeset. I'll show you all my typeset here in just a minute. And since we're talking about gold, I figure I'll show you that. Do I have any more 5-ounce quarters? G-Dub? Oh. It's the only one I got, G-Dub. Just one. There you go. You can see it right there. 5-ounce 2020 American Samoa. Yeah, I mean, here's a Morgan. So yeah, you can tell how big it is. Yeah, it's the only one I got left. I've just saved that. And you know why I saved that one? Because of COVID. So it just sits in the safe. But I wonder if anybody's ever tried to spend one of these at the store as for a quarter, because, you know, it is a quarter. I'd love somebody to come up and pay me with that, wouldn't you? So we're talking about gold. And if y'all been to my channel, you know, what year is a Morgan? This is an 1882 O over S with a weak O over S. Come on, focus. There we go. And if you get down into it with the scope, and when you look down here to the O, it is a weak O over S. You can see it. Let's see if I can get a photo of it, and I'll show it to you. I don't have my scope hooked up. Sometimes my computer doesn't like having all those things hooked up to it, which is weird. Never seen a Morgan in camera or in person, or O over S? What haven't you seen? No O over S. I got you. Okay. See if we can get the picture to show up here. Let's see what we can get. Well, it's a little difficult to see, but there's the O. And then I'll hook the camera up here. I'll hook my scope up here in a second. We'll look at it. I think we can get it and see it. You have one Morgan. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Peace dollars and Morgans, I'm not a fan. I never have liked one, but you know, I'll take them. But so 2006 $5 Gold Eagle. These I bought these for spot plus 20%. And I bought 20 of them, or 10 of them. I bought an ounce worth. And those are all NGC graded. And these are PCGS graded. 69. Another, this is 1999, 69. And all the rest of them are 70s. So the 4 2015 MS 70s. There's just 4 of them, so they're all there. So I paid like, I don't know, what, $220 a piece, something like that. This one, you may or may not know what is special about this particular coin. Sorry about the glare. See if I can get rid of that glare. I can. 1 second, please. There we go. So you may or may not know what's special about this particular coin, but the W mint mark is part of what makes it special. And West Point, yep, made in West Point. And this is really what it's a burnished eagle, and this really makes it special. Is that not crazy, silly, stupid? That's what they say that coin is worth. And oh yeah, I love these little things, you know. And the reason I bought these $5, which are 1/10 ounce, the reason I bought these is because of BigFlip. BigFlip said that I should buy fractional, and so I took his advice, and that's what I bought. I bought the fractional gold, and according to the gray sheet, says it's 468 in an MS 70. So not far off from what they scan in at. So that's pretty good. But again, you know, it's an investment. You know, I believe that everybody should have silver, gold, brass, lead, and green printed paper in your safe. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I think that's just the right thing to do. It just, to me, it makes good sense to have all that. So, because you just never know what's going to happen, and just be prepared. So, you know, I have a little bit of constitutional, you know, some quarters and some dimes because they're small. They trade well if I need to trade for some reason. You know, I just think it's just smart. I'm not a prepper by any means, but I am prepared. So everybody should be prepared. Again, thanks everybody for coming out. We've been streaming for about an hour, and probably going to do this, and we'll probably end for the day. But this is my typeset book. Have an 1809 classic head, half-cent. This is a 1798 Drake bust. A 1820 coronet head. And then an 1851 braided hair coronet. Flying Eagle. 1859. A 63, and then a 02. That's a 09 VDB. And then just a really nice 1958 wheat cent. 43 steel. 68D. And here is an 1867 2-cent piece. And then I have the 3-cent silver. So I got a trime. Yeah, come back in there. There we go. So I got a trime and a thrickle. And then here's the backs of all those same coins we just looked at. So half-cent, the large cent backs, the wheats, the Indians, Flying Eagle. And there's the steel and the moral cent, a 2-cent piece, and the thrickle and the trime. And in half dimes, I've got a holdout Liberty, 1847, 1853 with arrows, 1871 seated half. And we come down to nickels. There's a shield with rays. That's a 66, I do believe is the year on that one. I have one with 1867 with no rays. There's the racketeer nickel, 1883 with no cents. I should have had a cent down here at the bottom. You know, I think we've all heard the story that they took these, they gold plated them and passed them off as a $5 gold piece. 1901 Liberty Hid nickel, and then here's a 1913. And there's a 1913 variety one. I'll show you the back in a second. Here's 1919, 1938 Jefferson nickel, 42 silver. And then we jump into the dimes. There's a cat bust. I believe it's an 1832 cat bust. And nothing in that, nothing there yet. Still working on that. 1854 with arrows. 1876 seated. There's a 1901 Barber, 1943 Merc, 64 silver. And then I have a 2021 clad. And here's the backs of all those. So there's a 13. See the difference in the mound, the way the mound is right there versus the way the mound is on this one. You see the difference. So this is the 19, and that's the 13. So the backs of all those. And that was in 1866. Right there it is, 1866. 20-cent piece. So I've got a 1875 Cedar Liberty 20-cent piece. And then in quarters, I've got a 34 cap bust, 1857 Cedar Liberty with no motto, 1853 with arrows. I don't have one here yet. Working on that one. There's a Barber quarter, 1892. This is a 1917 Variety 1 Standing Liberty. And then we have a 1930 Standing Liberty. And the reason you can tell the difference, and I'll show you on the back, is the way the stars are on the reverse. There's a 1964 Silver quarter, and then just a 22 clad. $50, I've got it missing the cap bust. Missing the other cap bust. They're different. So one's got a lettered edge, one's got a reeded edge. And then have 1856 seated. The dime, I am missing. Yes, I am missing a Liberty seated 1838 to 1860 with stars. That's the dime I'm missing. Yes, sir. Come down here with $50 still. I have this one as a holdout one. It's 1853 with holes with arrows. And then we come over, have 1876 $50. Then a Barber half from 1900. And there's the backs of those coins that we just talked about. And then we come over here to more $50. We have a 1916, 1949 Franklin, 64 Kennedy, and then a 69 silver. Even though it says clad, I still put the silver one in there. And then in the commemorative $50, I didn't have that many, so I was kind of wondering what I want to put in there, but I did have these two, and these two should look familiar. These are the Colombian $50. This one is a 1892, and this one's a 1893. We have a George Washington, Booker T. Washington half from 1946. And then from 1954, I have George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington half. I really like the designs of those two, so I thought I'd put those two in. Missing these $3 silver, working on that. So the Liberty seated from 1840 to 65, and then a Liberty City with motto, and then a trade dollar. So working on and getting those three. I have a 1896 Morgan. I can't remember where that Morgan's from. We'll look at it when we flip it over. And then a 22 piece and a 71 S silver Ike. And then when we flip this over, of course, here's the backs of those coins we just talked about. There's the Walking Liberty. That was an S, 49S on the Franklin. And there's the backs. So here's the 1892 and 1893. I don't know about you all, but I just love ships on the back on any coins. I think these ships are just look really, really great. I really like those. That 93 is really, really good shape, I think. So, and then there's the back of the two Washington halves, the Booker T and the George Washington Carver. And then let's see what this Morgan is. So Morgan is just a 1886 Philly. That's all right, Filthy. There's that 22 in the back of the bin, the 22. Man, I keep it in. I have another one, but the ones I have are not in that great of shape because my mother gave them to me and they're really wore out because she got them from her great uncle, so I keep them. This is the bicentennial section. You can see I'm missing the bicentennial silver dollar. Uh, I have two of them, but I'm not breaking them out, so I haven't broken them out of the case. That's why they're not in there. Working on getting those. The Susan B. Anthony's that we just saw a minute ago that I showed you, I'm going to break one of those out and put in here. There's a Sacagawea from '01. There's a 50 state quarter from Arizona. And a commemorative dollar, I put in a modern commemorative. That's the one for the bicentennial for the U.S. Constitution from 1787 to 1987. And then, anybody know what's special about this particular American Silver Eagle? Might have something to do with the date. Yeah, isn't that cool? I had that, and this is toning. This is not a stain. This is some type of, I don't know, I don't know how that happened, but I just think, man, that thing is so cool. And so I put that in the book. What I've tried to do in each one of these spaces, it's in here. I actually wanted to put the first year of each one of the coins. So I've been working on that. So, and here's a reverse of all these coins. So there's a reverse of the bicentennial coins, and then the Sacagawea, this quarter. There's the back of that eagle. Whatever that staining, toning is on there. And the back of the commemorative. But yeah, I mean, this thing's pretty neat. This has been my thing now. Do I have the 1809 half cent? Yes. Right there. That is an 1809 half cent. You still read Liberty in the headband, 1809. And here's the reverse. So pretty neat, It's just something to do, something to spend money on. Instead of spending it on my wife, which I probably should spend it on her, but she doesn't mind. So, oh, you have that same coin, Felty? That's awesome, man. That's great. And copper round. Which is weird. I got that in a grab bag from BigFlip. That was just weird that his coin company put that in there. Coin store. Cool looking coin, though, isn't it? All right, let me take some of this stuff off the desk here. And I'll show you my coin store. So in Felty, because Felty is a neighbor to mine. He knows the same place. But that's my coin store, Skyline Coin Jewelry. Dwayne's been in business for at least 40 years. So, and I don't care. I mean, I'll show you. I mean, that's what I paid for those Eagles, $215.90. I bought 10 of them. So, and that was in I did put can't read his writing. So 2021. So and I went back later. So those initial 10 that I purchased was in March. And I went back in November the same year and bought some, and the price had gone up to $223 per. And I bought those, and those were raw. I actually traded those off to BigFlip, the raw ones, but I've kept all my graded ones. So here's a 5-ounce quarter. As opposed to a wheat cent. So now you can kind of figure out how big it is. That'd be good. Grades out as a VG. Let's see here. See if it's worth grading. We'll tell you here in 1 second. $18.09. I would guess it's brown, like most of them are. VG, if it graded out as a VGH, worth $90. And that's for Classic Hit 1809. If it was a 66, worth 19 grand. And that's in brown. If it was a red brown colonoscopy, look at Real Ruler. I love you, man. Right on. 1809 half-cent red brown. If it looked like that, it'd be worth that. That's not bad money. You can buy you a car for that. You could buy you a nice little Jeep for that, couldn't you, Felty? All right, let me run to the safe. Be right back. Take me 2 minutes. Put something up here for you to look at while I'm gone. There you go. I'll mute myself. Be right back. All right, everybody behave. Let's see. All right. Hey, I didn't know I had a bot. Thank you, Real Ruler. I got a bot. Yeah, go ahead. Get that thing out there. That's awesome. I'll turn the camera here just so it makes it a little easier. So I can see what you see when you're looking up here. So the last 3 things I'm going to show, then I'm going to take off and I'm going to go eat dinner, just like the rest of us probably should go eat dinner. So have this in a mint wrapper. 1857. crazy. These things don't want to. Hey, hi, computer. Sometimes they'll focus and talk about just cellophane, and just the light. It just doesn't want to work out sometimes. Let's see here. We'll get it there. There we go. See if I can turn the autofocus off here. Apparently not. A cricket sang to you. That's good. I'm glad it did. That's awesome. But 57, not too bad a shape. And then I have in the mint packaging, I have a 1960. Of course, the packaging is a little bit torn, as most of them get. It still has the cardboard. It's a 1960 set. And this, this is what they told you. So it might show some oxidation. You just never know. And I'll show you the last thing. Yeah, the cricket's singing in the background. That's cool. Felty, it's rotated die. So I'll show you this. I picked this up. Felty, I picked this coin up down at exit 7 in Bristol. There's a little consignment shop, and it has coins in there. So I went in and I picked this coin up in there. See if I can get it out of the package here without messing it up. And so this is a 1964 mint set, obviously, still in the packaging. Look at the eye, if it will focus. You notice there's no serif on the lower left-hand side of the eye. And if you'll notice, the hair above his ear is blurry. Come on. Yes, exactly, G-Dub. It is an accented hair. And then when you look at the other telltale sign on the reverse, the FG, if it would quit doing this autofocus crap, you could see the FG. So it has all the telltale signs of this, of the accented hair, which I thought was just really neat. And, you know, the people there didn't know what they had until I bought it. Once I bought it and paid them, then I explained to them what it was. And it's like, oh, well, that's cool. And it's like, sweet. Glad y'all like it, because I really like it. So that's my first and only one. I'll probably I've debated on either selling it like it is or grading it, but I'll probably just end up selling the whole uh, piece there altogether. And another good thing about G-Dub and others, we were talking about the Gray Sheet app. You can look at mint sets, and I can tell you what the mint sets are worth. I bought this mint set. That's the original government packaging, but Gray Sheet. I bought it for. I bought the whole set for less than that, and you know that is worth more than that, I do believe. So here we go. What year was that mint set you said you had, G-Dub? 58 unopened. There you go, G-Dub. 1958 mint set unopened. That's the Gray Sheet. Yes, Felty. That place, Dutton Wagner is a place that they sell meats and eggs and that kind of stuff wholesale. And there is a little thrift store there. Yeah, isn't that cool, G-Dub? Isn't that nice? Felty, if you've been to that store that you just asked me about, that should look familiar. That's his case. I haven't been there to look at it yet. One of my guys sent that to me. So I gotta go down and look at his stuff here and see what it looks like. So some folks know what they got, some folks don't. So, oh, that's cool. That's good, G-Dub. I mean, and that's a 228, man. That's a good deal. If you can sell one at that. So 57 mint set, original packaging worth 358. So you can go on back. The older you get on those, the more they're worth, obviously. So well, folks, I really appreciate y'all coming in. We've been going about an hour and a half. Couldn't get any of you to pop up on the stream. I'd have let you. You could have come up. We just had a nice little chat. But maybe next time that I'll try to stream a little bit more moving forward. But let me look at one thing, see if I can get. Felty said he had not seen O over S. Give me 1 second here. All right, I'm back. Can you hear me? Okay. If you can hear me, give me a little thumbs up. Check 1, 2. Thank you. Yeah, you shouldn't plug other cameras in during the middle of the stream because sometimes it doesn't work out too well. So I was trying to plug in my scope. I should have had it plugged in before I started. I was just going to try to show this coin, but that didn't work out too well. But that's okay. That's the O over S. We'll tilt it up there a little bit and see if we can get it, how close we can get in here. So you can kind of see right in the middle of this O right there. There's a little bit of a squiggly line that goes from the upper left to the lower right, and that's what's considered a weak O over S. So chest feathers. Let me look at the eagle's face, man. Looks good. Not bad. So not a bad coin. So again, folks, thanks for coming in. Let you see this nice war nickel here. And this is 1945 S, and MS-67. So nearly 70 years old and in really good shape. So, well, folks, I think I'm going to end it for tonight. Yeah, I'll let you do that one night, Felty. Yeah, you can't show your face, and then we want to make sure that your parents and guardians are okay with you doing that. I don't mind, but we just need to make sure that they would be okay with that. I mean, it's not like you don't know where I work. I'm pretty open about where I work. The fire chief right there. So you come by my fire station every day when you go to school. Have them swing by one day and we'll talk. That way we meet face to face and talk. And if they're okay with it, I'm okay with it. I don't mind. So, folks, thanks again for coming in, spending your evening with me a little bit. I'm going to end it for the day. Make sure you do something nice for somebody. As BigFlip always says, I think that's important that we all be good humans. Treat each other with respect. And remember, go out and find you a coin that you think you like. Grab it. Keep it. And then bring it back. We'll see what we think about it. See if we think what it might grade as, and we'll see what it's worth. So until next time, folks, good night. Thank you. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next stream. Bye-bye.